Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to today's episode of The Snack Break. My name is Monique, aka the Eatin' This Bitch, and today, a very highly anticipated item. I finally got them, y'all. These are the Churro Oreo cookies, the Golden Oreo Churro cookies. Our cameraman likes to call them Churrios, which sounds a little too much like Cheerios, so I think that's why Oreo would never use it. So yeah, finally got them. Took a while. These are the fried dough flavored cookies with churro flavored cream and with sugar inclusions. So I'm guessing the sugar inclusions are little like crispy bits of sugar that are meant to mimic the crunch that you would get with a freshly fried churro and like the cinnamon sugary topping. These are not going to taste anything like a churro. Like, let's just like divorce this notion that it's going to taste like a churro. It's not. It's going to have a churro flavor. I'm curious to see what they mean by fried dough flavored cookie. Like what does that mean? Let us see. So, let me just open this up. Whoa. Okay, so here we go. I know like a lot of like makeup people like do something like this. Does that do anything? Does that help it show up any better? So yes, you've got the Golden Oreo, which is a fried dough flavor, sure, with a churro flavored inside. So let's see. I can see the little bits, the little inclusion bits that they're talking about, dappled throughout the cookie. I mean, it doesn't smell fried, but it definitely has that sort of like heavy cinnamon scent. All right, I'm just gonna open her up here just to kind of get a closer look on what that cream looks like. So there actually looks like there's little bits. I don't know if those are little bits of cinnamon or if those are the little sugar bits. But I can see that there's something else in the cream other than just the cream filling. Like, I mean, churros, I love them. I love them. They're crispy. They're delicious. They're fried. Who doesn't love a fried thing? I've made churros at home and for like a potluck situation before. It was actually really, really easy. I actually do enjoy frying stuff at home. It's just not the mess per se, but it's like all the oil and how are you going to dispose of it safely. But making fried things is really fun and I don't really do it often enough. I don't even get churros like, so I don't know if this happens in other places with a Subway, but like obviously like there are food vendors that are kind of, you know, going throughout the subway system and they sell here in New York, they do fruit and candy. There's also churro vendors. I have never bought a churro off of the street because I want a fresh, hot churro. Not to say that the churros that those little ladies are selling aren't fresh, but they're not hot. Like, I want that joint fresh from the fryer. So, like, I have a real issue with a lot of churro flavored things because I want it to be the actual thing. But I always check, even though I know this is a fact, that American Oreos, I'm making sure I say that, Oreos in America are vegan. These are vegan, yes. So, don't need a lactate for this, thank goodness. All right, so let's try this out. The Churro Oreo. This is so sweet. Extremely cinnamony. I do like the inclusion of the little sugar bit inclusions. Really crispy. And they add a really nice crunch to everything. I don't really think this cookie is giving fried dough though. Let me just wash this down with a little water. I'm almost getting like a cross between an animal cracker and a graham cracker. That's the vibe of just the cookie itself. Okay, so the cream definitely has some of those sugar bits in there too. So they're really doubling down on the crunchiness of it all. All right, well, let's give it a dunk in some milk. Okay. What I will say, this was a little too sweet for me as an Oreo to just like, you know, when I sit down and eat like 5 or 6 Oreos, I just want to eat them. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm trying to get over the mental hurdle of it being so sweet. But I will say, when you dunk it in milk, it tempers the sweetness and it becomes really pleasant to eat. But I don't really see much of a difference between this and like the cinnamon roll Oreos. Like I feel like with the exception of maybe making the cookie a little less sweet and adding in those sugar bits, this is basically cinnamon roll Oreos. Like, I feel like those cinnamon flavors, they're kind of really hard to distinguish in a form that's not them already themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fine. And if you really like sweet, cinnamony stuff, you'll enjoy it. But to have that texture and that sweetness over and over again in a cookie, when it's not like a cinnamon roll that has like the fluffy bun and the texture and then the crunchy texture of the churro, like I just don't want that for several cookies. Like I'd eat 2 of these and then call it a wrap. But like when I eat Oreos, like that's like an endurance sport. I want to like fuck up a whole sleeve of those things and like kind of forget that I did it. You know what I'm saying? So that is not happening here. But I think if you like cinnamon stuff and if you liked the cinnamon roll Oreos, then you will totally fall in love with those. Like instantly. Whew, okay. Oh, the sugar rush that is happening is very wild. Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode of The Snack Break. Hit the like button if you like this video. I'd love to see them likes. Leave a comment. Say hi. Which ones of the, in the comments below, tell me which of the fancy Oreos has been your fave. Also hit the little bell that tells you when new videos happen, because how else will you know if you don't, ring the bell. Follow me on Instagram. I am barely on Twitter, but follow me on TikTok. I have a lot of fun TikTok videos coming, and I want to see what you guys think about them. So until next time, we'll see you in the next one.